There are eyewitnesses, people who were aware of what was happening to Mohbad, what Mohbad was going through, but they never knew that it could result into the demise of Mohbad. But like I have always said, we will stand strong on justice for Mohbad. You see, Wumi's mother, a low-class police officer, very corrupt. If she had wanted to help, assist, when Mohbad was crying and screaming about being bullied here and there, she would have assisted, at least for the sake of Wumi. But you know, Wumi and her mother are behind the travail, the persecution, the pain of Mohbad. You're about to hear what you have never heard before. This is deep. In fact, when I heard it, I said, OMG. OMG. Talk of a man who has no access to his account. I mean, Mohbad never had any account on his name, not because he's illiterate. Talk of purchasing a land that is not even worth that amount. They transferred land from sister to Mohbad and vice versa. At the end of the day, Mohbad did not even have a receipt or any evidence that he bought that land, not until his father spoke out. And they made his father enemy. They turned Mohbad against his father using diabolic means. When Mohbad is asleep, Wumi will transfer money. They were living on Mohbad. They were the parasite that nobody wants around them. Mohbad was going through all this travail. I know you will want to ask, why? What prompted? What did Mohbad find appealing in this family? What is special about Wumi? Wumi does not even have a good voice. She sounds horrible. Sounds horrible. She speaks fast with hoarse voices. You cannot even hear. Her voice is so rugged. What did Mohbad find appealing in Wumi? May we not fall into the family called Adebanjo from Ekiti State. May we not fall into the hands of serpents, scorpions, vampires like that of Wumi. Mohbad was going through this travail, apart from what he was experiencing in the Malian record. He had his issue there. Now, it is possible to have problems out there. It's not an easy place. You cannot get money free. You have to struggle. You have to beat the odds. But there is this thing about coming home to comfort, to relax, and to bear your pain. But if home is hell, if those at home are feeding those out there to punish you, to oppress you, you know what it is. I want you guys to pay attention to this one. Like and share, tap on the subscribe button, turn on the notification bell. Returning subscribers and those that have been here, I say a very big thank you to you, a very big one. And to those that have tapped on the thanks button to encourage this channel, may God replenish your pocket. Let's get right into it.
Tí ò bá jẹ́ wípé evidences oríṣi ń jáde pé Mohbad kọ́ ló lọ́mọ, èmi fẹ́ kọ́mọ yẹn jẹ́ ọmọ Mohbad, kó bá mi bẹ́ orí Darosha 1, kó wá bẹ́ orí Wunmi sí méjì tó jẹ́ ìyá ẹ̀, kó mọ̀ kó bí wọ́n pé ṣe báyìí sin bàbá òun, ẹ̀ka bí ẹja ègùn, ẹja ṣáwà, panla, ẹ̀ka kò. Ṣùgbọ́n kò ṣe ọmọ ẹ̀, evidence ti pọ̀ jù. Kò sí gbogbo ìgbà tàbí amọ́ bá ń wò pé kéèyàn tiẹ̀ wá ṣe àánú ọmọ yìí, tó bá gbé write up jáde báyìí, inú máa bí yín ni. Níbi write up ẹ̀yẹn, ó débi tó yẹ kó ti mention orúkọ Sam Larry, ọmọ yóò máa mention ẹ̀. The last attack on Mohbad, ṣe ló yẹ kó ṣe by Sam Larry. Kí làṣírí tó wà lọ́wọ́ ẹ̀yin méjèèjì? Àṣírí tiẹ̀ tó wà lọ́wọ́ wọn yẹn tí ìwọ ò fẹ́ kí Sam Larry mú síta yẹn, ṣé ohun tí ò fi lè dárúkọ Sam Larry nìyẹn? Wunmi, I dare you to mention Sam Larry's name. Mention Sam Larry's name tó bá ṣọ́ fún ẹ. Because o ò lè máa fún abiyamọ ní igbó dúdú ṣán láì bí Mohbad kéèyàn má lè sùn, kéèyàn má lè wo. Àwọn ọ̀dọ́ nínú bóyá 12 hours ló máa lò nínú iṣẹ́ wọn, agídí ló fi ń lo 7 hours nínú ẹ̀, because they must talk about Mohbad. And you as a wife or girlfriend, or yes, as a girlfriend, because you never bear Aloba when Mohbad was alive. Adébánjọ ni. But iyì àti ọlá tó o nílé níyì, Mohbad ló fi sí ẹ lára. Níwọ̀n ìgbà tó wá ti wá jẹ́ kí adé ògo ẹ yẹn kó ṣí lọ, tó wá ní òní jáde kó o sọ pé àwọn èèyàn báyìí ló wà ń bẹ̀. Èmi máa wá marry interview Tosin pẹ̀lú day tó sọ yẹn, you are part of that day. Yes, she's part of it. Ọjọ́ tèmi ti padà lọ tún interview Tosin wò, mo ti conclude pé mi ní dáàmú ara mi pé kó wá explain ìdè fún wa mọ́. Nígbà tó bá ti lè conspire pẹ̀lú ọkọ ẹ̀, iCloud tí wọn náà fi tẹ̀lé Mohbad lọ sí show, iCloud yẹn náà ló tú àṣírí ẹ̀ lé lọ́wọ́. And the mistake, bí ọ̀rọ̀ tí Fẹ́ràn sọ pé àwọn tó wà nínú ilé gbogbo wọn lọ ní fídíò bí wọ́n ṣe pa Mohbad lọ́wọ́. Ọjọ́ tó bá máa jù síta, tó bá máa nítorí wọ́n máa betray ara wọn, wọ́n máa bẹ̀rẹ̀ sí ní máa doubt ara wọn. Nígbà ó bá máa pé oṣù 9 gẹ́gẹ́ bí egungun 9 tó wà lára ọkùnrin, wọ́n máa bẹ̀rẹ̀ sí ní máa para wọn. Wọ́n á máa wò pé eléyìí máa táṣìírí. Ṣùgbọ́n bó ṣe ní fídíò lọ́wọ́, wọ́n ti send ẹ̀ sí third party. Ẹ wo fídíò wọn, ẹ wo fóònù gan ẹ̀ ní bámbẹ̀. Àwọn náà, ìkọ̀ọ̀kan nínú wọn náà ní conscience. Ìkọ̀ọ̀kan nínú wọn náà máa wò wípé Mohbad ti ṣe nǹkan tó dáa fáwọn. Ṣùgbọ́n torí pé àwọn ò lè sọ̀rọ̀ gẹ́gẹ́ bí bóyá wọ́n ti múlẹ̀. But ìgbà tí ìlérí Olúwa bá ṣetán, tí Ọlọ́run gbé iṣẹ́ dìde, gbogbo yín lẹ máa ka ohun tẹ́ jẹ ní ìkọ̀ọ̀kan táṣìírí yín máa tú. Nobody dislike you, Wunmi, but because you lies too much lies. And as a mother, I dislike anybody that dwell in lies. What is big deal? Láti come out straight and solve the puzzle and give us the peace that we are looking for. We place a jigsaw puzzle down, missing puzzle a piece, and you hold on to it. Tó bá mú sílẹ̀ lẹ́rọ̀, wàá mú sílẹ̀ léle, because abiyamọ ayé, abiyamọ ọ̀run, wọ́n máa gbà lọ́wọ́ ẹ. That puzzle, that piece, you must release it. And falling in love kò ní ìtìjú kankan. Wọ́n fi ọmọ ẹ wé bàbá ọgbọ̀n. Wọ́n ní lọ ṣe DNA test. Wá lọ sí IG, wá lọ máa wá sympathy. Nobody is ready to give you any sympathy. What is difficult in DNA test? Tí ó dá ẹ lójú pé Mohbad ló lọ́mọ. Ṣé kò yẹ kó ojú kòkòrò rí ẹ wò pé tí bàbá ọkọ mi fi ń hámà lórí DNA test, tí the whole general public fi ń hámà lórí DNA test, àwọn èèyàn kan tó súnmọ́ wa mà ti lọ líìkì àṣírí ọmọ yìí nìyẹn. Ṣé kò yẹ kó o ro bẹ̀ yẹn wò ni? Because tó bá jẹ́ aláròjinlẹ̀, àwọn tó ń sọ fún ẹ pé Wùnmí máa jó lọ mò ń wẹ̀ yẹn, wọ́n á ṣe fọ́tò ọmọ yẹn, wọ́n á kọ sórí ọmọ yẹn sẹ́yìn, wọ́n á mú síbi tó safe. Tó bá ti dàgbà bóyá wọn ò sí, tí grandchild wọn tó jẹ́ age mate ọmọ yẹn tó bá rí, á ní nǹkan tí grandma kọ rẹ̀, wọ́n á wá bẹ̀rẹ̀ sí ní bú ọmọ yẹn lọ́jọ́ iwájú pé are you sure? Even àtọ̀ tó ti gbé lọ fún bàbá tó ní, wọ́n á bi ẹ́ pé are you sure pé ṣé bàbá yẹn náà ló ní ẹ ṣá? O ò ríro rárá. You are such a wicked and evil girl. Ojú ẹgbẹ́ kókókó, àfi bí ìyàwó tí mi ò lè dárúkọ. Ojú ẹgbẹ́ kókókó. I don't understand. Tó bá tiẹ̀ jẹ́ omi kan náà ni wá àti ìyá Mohbad mu. Òòró ìṣẹ́jú kan tí ìlérí Olúwa fi dùn ẹ́ nínú. Kó ṣe ìdáríjì fún kó ẹ jẹ́ kó gbé ayé. All fingers are pointing towards you. And you now came again, industry gods. Ṣó wa okay? Báwo la wá ṣe fẹ́ mọ industry gods? Tó o bá sọ industry gods tí ò jẹ́ kó sọ̀rọ̀ fún wa. Because you know that you are going down, but you are trying to drag some big name so that they can go down with you. We don't care. We don't want to know about industry gods because those industry gods are not living with you people in that house. 15 people. 15. None of you could appreciate the efforts Ìlérí Olúwa puts together to make life easy and better for you people to seek justice for him. You all kept mute because of what? Because of what? Ohun tó máa tán, tó máa bá ayé lọ. Wunmi, thank you once again. I appreciate the change of name. You are never Aloba. You are Adebanjo. So if you now change to Lesbobo Awonuga, we are happy to accept that. Just pack your load and leave everything that belongs to Ìlérí Olúwa alone. Tó bá wù wọ́n kó kó fún motherless babies home. Tó bá wù wọ́n kó fún ìjọba. We don't care. We don't care. A kàn lè jẹ́ kó fọ̀nà ìrú kó gba nǹkan tí ẹ fọwọ́ ṣiṣẹ́ fún. And for you, Ìyá Wunmi, thank you so much. For you, Ìyá Wunmi, you frustrated Ìlérí Olúwa when he was alive. Ó fi àkáǹtì ń gbowó ọkọ ọmọ ẹ̀mí ò gbọ́ rí nílé ayé yìí. Ìyá ọkùnrin ní gbogbo ọmọ tí mo bí o. Ṣé wọ́n fẹ́ rìn lọ ni? Èyí tó wà lọ́wọ́ ìyàwó gan tí ó wà lọ́wọ́ mi gan tó bá ṣe wèrè mi ò fẹ́ mọye tá a fi ṣe wedding ó máa gba lé bàbá àti ìyá ẹ̀ lọ ni. Báwo lọmọ ọkọ ọmọ ẹ ṣe ń ṣiṣẹ́ ó dẹ̀ wà happy inú ẹ̀ dẹ̀ dùn láti máa gba ìlágùn ọmọ yẹn sínú àkáǹtì ẹ̀ ó dẹ̀ ní ọmọkùnrin lọ́wọ́. Mi ní ṣépè fún ẹ ní platform Veron. But ohun tó o bá gbìn òun ló máa ká. Gbogbo nǹkan tẹ́ ṣe you people drove Ìlérí Olúwa into depression. Kò ń ṣe nínà tó ń nà níta ló fi wọ depression. The depression came from Wumi family. Tó bá tají tó ro ọpọlọ ẹ̀ á wò pé ṣe bí bàbá mi ló jẹ̀yà lórí mi. Báwo ni mo dẹ̀ ṣe ń ṣiṣẹ́ tó jẹ́ ìyá ìyàwó mi ló dẹ̀ ń bá mi gbowó yìí. Ìgbà yẹn ló ń wọ depression. Ìrònú yẹn ló ń gbé wọ depression. Ẹ frustrate life ẹ. Wunmi planted all her family member. Ẹ wá mú straw sí ara Ìlérí Olúwa. You people are now sucking him. Débi wípé Dàmọ́lá ló tún monitor banking affairs Ìlérí Olúwa. Abba, I'm pained.
Before we get carried away in the frenzy for justice for Mohbad, let us look inwards. Like I've said several times in previous analysis, I said this is a lesson, a big one, a huge one to every one of us out there, everybody listening to me. This is a big lesson. When I say big lesson, it is bigger than what you think. It's a big lesson. Do not allow your loved ones. Do not allow your loved ones. I repeat again, do not allow your loved ones. Do not allow them to be kept, locked. Do not leave them in the hands of their mother-in-law. Also, women, do not leave that woman in the hands of your father-in-law always check up on them. This world is wicked. This world is full of wickedness. This world is full of wickedness. It's full of evil. Don't allow them. Don't keep them. Don't keep them. Mohbad's father tried his own, to the little that the best of his ability. He had tried a bit here and there to secure his son, but he didn't do enough. Why? Poverty played a big role, where you cannot tell your son, you can't tell your son, oh boy, stop this rubbish. I'm your father. Whatever I say must remain. You can't. You can't tell your son, because you need tea fare. You need transport fare from him to go home. How can you command someone who pays your bill? Someone who pays your bill, how can you instruct that person? That is where the problem started from. Mohbad's father could not be strict on Mohbad. Yes, we heard, he will often request for money, he will request for this, he will do this and that. We heard all of this from Mohbad's mother. We heard it all. We heard it all. If they don't give him, there will be trouble. He will keep throwing tantrums. He will keep speaking. He will keep harassing. Yeah, we heard it all. We heard it all. There's nothing that we did not hear. But there is something that is more troubling. And that thing has to do with the finance of Mohbad. Who was in charge of Mohbad's finance? Who was in control of Mohbad's finance? Who was in charge of Mohbad's finance? Wumi and her brother. Wumi's brother, we heard he works as a cashier in the bank somewhere. He works as a cashier in the bank. So they were the ones that was managing everything of Mohbad. Now, is Mohbad doing fraud? No. So what is this thing? Like, we are helping him to secure it. Mohbad was their meal ticket. That's why Wumi said that she had suffered on behalf of Mohbad. It's now time for her to enjoy wealth. And I'm like, seriously? Are you crazy? What is this rubbish? Where did you put the wealth that you want to enjoy? You want to enjoy wealth. The one that you worked for? Like, what nonsense is this? Now it's time for you to enjoy the wealth. So you want to enjoy the wealth, and the way to enjoy the wealth is by buying the person that worked for the wealth. Well, the thing is clear. It is clear that Mohbad lost it. Mohbad lost it. And when I say lost it, I mean he really lost it. His father already made it clear. He said, these people, they really took advantage of us. They locked up my son using powers of darkness. I tried my best, but up to no avail. I struggled, up to no avail. There is nothing I didn't do to get my son to listen. Nothing I didn't do, but they made use of evil spirits, powers, to lock my son. Meaning, Mohbad's father knew that getting across to Mohbad was going to be difficult. Getting across to the heart of Mohbad was going to be difficult. He struggled, he did what he could do, but nothing made sense. Nothing made sense. He struggled. He tried. He moved in prayers and in some other thing, but he made certain mistakes. So, all the issues that Mohbad was going through wasn't just the record label, but he could not get out of it. That's the mystery. That is why I said before we proceed on justice for Mohbad, it is time for you to start justice for yourself personally. What are you going through as an individual? What's happening in your life as a person? Don't you think you need justice also? Don't you think it's time for you to also wake up from your slumber? Like, what is this thing that is going on? This is not love. You neglected your family. They demonized your family. I'm not saying that all family members are good. That you are from a family does not mean, just imagine. Look at Mohbad's mother. Look at Mohbad's mother. Is she an example of a proper mother? She's not an example of a correct mother. Look at how she behaved in the past and now. Rather than her facing justice for her son, she's more interested in protecting Wumi because she knows that that's where the money is. Not because Wumi is rich, but through Wumi, she'll be able to know and find out. Mohbad's father does not know much, but Wumi knows. She knows the avenue. After all, she's the accountant of Mohbad, so she knows the portal of Mohbad's finance. She knows the conduit. She knows where the money is. So what else? All the accusations that Mohbad's father dropped, some of them might come from a place of unhappiness due to what he experienced, what they did, how they cornered his son. His son wasn't listening, how they wanted more. Just imagine if Wumi's mother needed money, will Mohbad say no? And that's what many people do. Your own parents, you pay them less attention. But your in-law, you are the one buying them big gifts. But your own mother, what have you given your own mother? Say, hey, Mom, I will call you back. I will call you back. Then you say, okay, take 5,000, take 10,000, take $10, take $5. But when your mother-in-law call, particularly mother-in-law that seems like they are a bit rich, but it's not as if they have added value to your life financially, just because you want to respect them. They are the ones that you will buy sport car, buy them Range Rover, buy them expensive things just because you want them to respect you. Like, yes, this guy is taking care of our daughter. You want to find favor in their sight, and not really favor anyway, because they're giving you nothing. You just want them to see you as a good person, and you neglect your own family. It's not good. Look at what has happened to Mohbad. Mohbad gave too much to his in-law. They took advantage of him, and now he's no more. Now that he's gone, have you seen any of these people clamoring for justice for Mohbad? Have you seen them clamoring for justice for Mohbad? No. Rather than clamoring for justice for Mohbad, they are busy protecting their own daughter's interests. That's a lesson. That's a lesson. That's a lesson. That's a lesson to you that at the end of the day, when push comes to shove, everybody will mind their own. Are you minding your own? That's the question. Are you minding your own? Or you are there busy gallivanting like a fool, running around circles around your own family, acting like they are bothering you. I'm not talking of the bad family. I'm talking about you. I mean, family that have done extremely, helped you out, but you want to prove. Look at how Mohbad just entrapped himself. He took over his account, took over everything. It's like he came to this life to fulfill Wumi's family. They saw a boy that father and mother cannot manage anymore. So they decide to penetrate him. They penetrated him. They finished him. They finished him totally. And you think it's a joke? It's not a joke. We need to do something about ourselves. We should start asking for justice for ourselves now. If not, what is about to happen in this world that we are? In fact, you see, there's a new trend now. Men are beginning to seek for DNA, paternity test. Men are beginning to ask for paternity now. Men are beginning to ask for paternity. Men are beginning to ask for it. Men are beginning to ask for it now. Their eyes are open. Their eyes are open. Their eyes are open. Their eyes are open. They now know. They know fully, clear what is required, what is requested, what should be done, and how it needs to be done. They now know that what we have out there are vampires. Men are requesting for DNA. It's no longer business as usual. Men are seeking for DNA up and down. Like anybody in support of Wumi, quickly, their spouse will just secretly get DNA sorted out. To be sure. In fact, recently we heard that a man found out that 3 of his children are not his. All on this justice for Mohbad. Open your ears. Don't make noise about it. He went about it secretly. Yeah, he went about it secretly. He got the DNA test done in 3 places and realized that 3 of his kids are not his. You, what are you doing? What are you doing? What are you doing? What are you doing? Are you dulling yourself? Don't dull yourself. Get tested. Get tested. Take a swab. Take a swab. Sort it out. Solve it now, ASAP, before it is too late. Sort it out so you don't raise up kids that are not yours. I know there are arguments about these things. Particularly, it becomes more painful when you have raised that child to, at least you've invested in that child. You're not going to just send the kid away, but at least you will know. Some men will like, no, there's no need of me, because if I know, I will stop loving the child. You can't stop loving the child that you have cared for as yours, but at least you deserve to know that this child is not yours. If not, it will become a norm. It will become a way of life. It will become a practice all over. That's the thing. It will become a norm, become a practice. Women will simply go out there, fetch children like firewood from different places, then stick it to a man and expect it to remain. Yeah. They will expect it to remain like that. Like, what is the difference? What can they do? Well, people are doing a lot now. People are doing a lot. This thing has been there, but the demise of Mohbad gave us an eye opener. It made it even more important. It made it more important. Imagine a woman that said she's a virgin. Mohbad met me as a V. I have never done anything with anybody. Mohbad is the only one and only soul in my life. When asked at the Quran inquest, after Mohbad, has anybody benched you? She cannot talk. Mohbad is my heaven and earth. Mohbad was everything to me. Get DNA done. She's running. When Mohbad was alive, she was throwing tantrums. She didn't want to get DNA done. Now that Mohbad is no more, she didn't want to get DNA done. Can you imagine? Anyway, we know that these wicked people are all over the place, but we will not keep quiet about it. Justice, justice, justice for Mohbad.